Hey y'all, this is a video about the recent update involving Sliske Scoreboard, as you can see right here. And it's here for is basically Sliske's endgame. He's decided that it's going to come to an end at the end of the year, and so he wants to highlight just how much points each of the gods have, and also, it'll also work as a weekly D&D. And so, if you click on this, you can see the scores on the scoreboard and how many kills, wins, losses, and their overall score is. So, Sliske, he's pretty much rigged it so that he has the most points. I mean, well, this one's kind of fair and square since he actually did kill Guffix, which kind of whole started the whole thing. And but the two wins, I don't know where those come from since I held down Zaros in Fate of the Gods and as well as Zamorak in Dishonor Among Thieves. So yeah, and it's a bit of a puzzler that I'm not quite sure where that comes from. Armadale, he has one kill where he killed Bandos in the Bird and the Beast World event, so he has 3 points. And also looking at the symbol they did for him is a bit different than usual, which it's normally like a light blue, but in this it's orange. So that's a bit of a change, but I guess they wanted to differentiate it from the usual, from the rest of them, like Zardolman and Saren, since they were all had some sort of blue thing going on. Well, Saren's more cyan. Bronco, he's with the Godless, and again with the color changes. Godless is usually orange, but this is more of a orange brown, to be honest. I guess with Bandal's dead, then brown doesn't matter all that much to him anyway. And yeah, since Virago killed Tuska in the world event, Tuska counts. He's also got 3 points, just like Armadale. Sorry, Dolman, he hasn't killed anyone, but he did win against Samurai in the Battle of Lumbridge, so he has 1 point. Brassica Prime is similar, where he beat Marimbo in the Cabbage Face Punch Bonanza seasonal event, so he also has 1 point. Ictflorin, he has nothing right now because he hasn't really been part of all that much. Well, he's been involved with missing presumed death, but all he did there was protect us and bring us to Sliske. He hasn't really fought anybody, to be honest. However, with Nomad's Elegy coming next week, that'll probably change, where he may get free points depending on whether Sliske considers Nomad a god or not. Or he may just get 1 point for helping us defeat him. Saraz, he has nothing because all he's for the most part done is just be revived, and also he has helped out with Saren's return when we went to Freniske in the Light Within. Saren, all she's done has been revived in the Light Within, as I just mentioned. Basically, she hasn't done anything to get points. Zamorak, he has one loss, as previously mentioned, against Saradomin. So he's at -1, and the same for Marimbo. So it will be interesting to see how if Jagex plans to get those two but high enough that they can make it to Sliske's endgame, because there are quite a fair share of Zamarakian players. At last look, it was around 17%, I want to say, the people who were signed up with the God Emissaries. And yeah, I can see how you could get a point from if you choose to help Zamorak in the Fate of the Gods 2 quest, which is coming out in autumn. And but Marimbo, I don't even see why she's there, because I don't see how she's involved with any of the other Sliske's endgame quests. Even so, it'll be pretty difficult for her to get points to make it there. Though Brassica Brian, he's a bit of a joke god, so it's not like he's probably there just for humor's sake, since he don't think he really cares about Sliske's endgame, to be all that honest. Except for the opportunity to reclaim the, as he calls it, the cabbage of 1,000 truths. But even with the Fate of the Gods 2 and you decide to help out Zamorak, that would only bring him to 0 points, which I know that there isn't any info on how many points Sliske requires for gods to be at the end game, but it's definitely gotta be higher than 0. So it will be interesting to see how Jagex decides to get Zamorak, enable Zamorak to get high enough that he can be in the world event. And even when the Battle of Lumbridge happened, Zamorak had quite a large following, only being behind, I think it was Zaros and Armadillo, which is pretty much still the case, but it was to a larger margin. And so, the only reason he lost against Saradoma is because a lot of people see Saradoma as the kind of good god, so they really don't want to try and mess that up, and because they were worried about what would happen to the area Zamorak won, and at least that's my guess. I can't see how they could have seen anything bigger than that, to be honest, because Jagex hasn't exactly been known for letting choices make huge, overwhelming impacts on the world. And as for Saren, Fate of the Gods 2 has basically been highlighted as a battle between Zamorak and Zaros. So either one of those two can get enough points to make it to Sliske's endgame. And I'm sure that if we help out Zamorak, Aldenandra will say, "I'm disappointed in you for your choice and in not helping Zaros." But as for Saren, sure, she'll probably be there, given that she's from Prentice Gate too, like the Zamorak, Zaros, and the Majorat, but I don't see any way that she'll gain any points from that. It's just not in her nature to do that unless she also wants to has some kind of battle with Zamorak for him almost killing her brother. So it should be an interesting choice thing to See, I don't believe that this is going to change all that much over the year because there, even within the end game, it doesn't seem to have that many gods involved in it. Actually, like the first one is about Nomad, and the only god that's known to be involved is Ichthlarin and probably Zamorak to some extent. Oh, that might be where the other point comes from that Zamorak needs to be able to get into the end game. So that might be interesting. Saradomin might get a little boost, although a pretty unnecessary one from the Barrows Brothers quest in May, Ballad of the Brothers. At least I think that's what it's called. But even then, he'll have 2 points. He's already probably in the end game, so it doesn't seem why that he would need more points unless to solidify that he remains in the end game and to try and get the Stone of Jazz away from Sliske, as well as probably the other gods too. As for Fate of the Gods 2, that one will focus around these three, and you'll probably gain a choice. Well, it's already been mentioned that there's going to be a choice, but one that impacts the scoreboard. It's unknown how that will work though, because as mentioned, Saren is probably gonna have some way to gain a point from that quest as well. And also, what if there's a neutral option like there was in Dishonor Among Fates, where you could just sit back and watch Zamorak blast Sliske? So, what then? I mean, Zaros wouldn't gain any points, and Zamorak wouldn't, and in regards to Zaros, I can't see that Jagex deciding to not give one of their most powerful and popular gods the cold shoulder in the end game. So Zaros probably has some plot armor that will enable him to get into the end game, but depending on what you choose to do in Fate of the Gods 2, he may not be as well equipped for Sliske's endgame as he might be if you decide to help him, or you might knock him down a peg if you choose to turn against him. But all in all, this is just speculation on my part. I have no idea how that quest is gonna work out. And basically, yeah, so I don't really see how that's gonna work, but going to these two, Armadillo and Virago, they're pretty much oddballs in the first 3 quests, as they don't seem to have any point to them at all. I mean, even though they have 1 kill each, giving them 3 points, which pretty much guarantees that they'll have a part in the end game, it seems a bit lazy to just lead them out of the year, except for the final quest, which will be in around November or December and at the latest. But yeah, Armadillo is. People have been waiting a long time to try and figure out more about him and get some more character development for him, and I just can't see how that's going to happen throughout the year unless Jagex decides to do what they said they would do at RuneFest, where they place the gods on the surface world and basically let you have a chat with them. But even that seems minuscule at best because Armadillo doesn't really play a part in the end game until the final end. It's like so it's so it's a bit weird, and given that you have two big players, both who have killed one of the gods involved, and basically are completely left out for the most part. Also, Virago and the Godless, the Godless also haven't had a quest to go along with their return. Sorry, Dominus had the Death of Chivalry, Zamorak has had Dishonor Among Thieves, Zaros, Fate of the Gods, Saren, The Light Within, Florin, probably Nomad's Elegy. But as for these two, they have no quest really to give them any more character development, and they probably won't because for the rest of the year, considering that Rite of Passage has been delayed until at least 2017. But yeah, also if you look around, you can see the maps with the symbols for the dead gods. Here's Tuskas, Bandosses, and also it's weird that they have V because I know he's dead after the quest Heroes Welcome, but they don't have the Dragonkin anywhere on the scoreboard. Although, I guess that was done by Sliske intentionally because the Dragonkin are pretty powerful and he doesn't want those who want to kill him any more powerful. So, in a way that makes sense, and it does work in a way that's to Sliske's favor, which is completely like him, but until now it was unaware how Jackass was going to deal with that. So for now, let's look at the other part of the scoreboard, which is the D&D part. So each week you can gain Sliskelian pieces, which are little items that you can trade in here for an experience lamp, and you can gain them through skilling or killing. It's all up to you, and I believe that they'll automatically appear in your inventory. So all you have to do is gather 50 of them, and you can trade them in. See, you need the Sliskelian piece tells you that you don't have 50 of them, and so no, I would not like to stop receiving them. So it is a little chunk of XP. I mean, it is probably equivalent to like a large lamp, I believe, and at least that's how it looked. And so it will help you, but it's not something worth counting on. Like penguins, Tears of Guffix, those are probably going to be better, but that's pretty much all I can think of. So I'm just gonna end this here, and I'll see you later.